Let's move away from company news, specifically to the minute, and talk CEO of the Year. Prestigious awards handed out last night, no less. Kevin Gallagher from Clough took out the top gong, joins me now live. Warm welcome to you, Kevin, from our Sydney CBD studio. What does this mean for you personally?
Well, look, it doesn't really mean that much for me personally. Obviously, you take pride in any recognition you get, but it's more recognition for the team at Clough and the management team and the staff, and for the achievements they've made over the last 2 years or so.
Talk me through that team. Who in particular? I know it's always invidious to single out individuals, but how embedded are the team around you? How important is that, in other words? The length of service of the CFO, the succession planning story, where are you at on that score in particular?
Yeah, look, that's a really good point. I think it's more than just the immediate management team. At Clough, we've been working very hard for 2 years at building the succession planning and building the capability 2 or 3 levels down into the organisation. And I think it wouldn't be right to single out any individuals, but there's a number of people there that have been on the journey with me from day one. Some have joined us during that period of time. But I think the real satisfaction I take is from the fact that the bench strength in the organisation is building, and that's what we need to do to provide a sustainable future.
Just on succession planning, if you could walk me through that, what's your sense as to the internal strength of this team and how you move forward in deciding who takes over when you decide your time's up?
Well, look, I think as a CEO, I'm not going to be able to determine who takes over from me when my time eventually is up, whenever that is. And that's not to say that hopefully that's not too soon. But the objective from my perspective is to ensure that there are 2 or 3 candidates in the team who could step up.
You have had a wild ride this year in terms of share price performance, with lows just days ago, 9 cents compared with your yearly high of $1.48. What's been the greatest, I suppose, lesson learned this year on markets for you personally?
Well, look, I think it's about delivering what you promise, and not getting too carried away, and always bearing in mind that success is fickle. In this industry, it can turn very, very quickly, and we've seen lots of examples of that across the sector in the last 18 months or so.
Do you sense that there are further headwinds to come, and if so, where might that all emanate from?
Well, look, I think it's hard to say where it may emanate from, but I think certainly the sector's a sector with the history which is quite turbulent, and I'm sure that will continue to be the case. It's a very cyclical industry, and in cyclical industries you have those peaks and those troughs, and it's, at the end of the day, it's about ensuring you have a very strong and disciplined risk management framework within your organisation.
What happens next after this scheme of arrangement goes through? What happens to the company? What does it look like on the other side of it?
Well, look, it's business as usual. Effectively, what's happened is our major shareholder, Murray & Roberts, have been there for a number of years. And indeed, in Clough's turbulent past, they've bailed the company out on more than one occasion. Effectively, all that's happened is they've gone from 62% to 100%. So from my perspective, it's business as usual. We'll put a board in place. Clough will continue to be an Australian company, based and headquartered in Australia, working as part of the Murray & Roberts International Group of companies. Do you retain the name as part of that, as a wholly owned subsidiary? Absolutely. Murray & Roberts recognise the strength of the Clough brand, and from our perspective, all of our staff are delighted that they do so, and that they'll continue to operate under Clough.
Kevin, just a thought from your end as well on this developing news in the agribiz space. As an observer, good for business, or how do you see it?
Look, I mean, it doesn't really affect our business. I mean, I'm very focused on mining minerals and oil and gas sectors, and right now we have enough challenges in our own sector to keep us occupied. But
have you been through, as part of that scheme of arrangement, did it at all involve issues of regulation with the ACCC, with the Foreign Investment Review Board?
Yeah, I mean, yes is the answer to all of those questions, and we satisfied all of the requirements through that process. But remember, Murray & Roberts would have gone through that process originally when they bought in at 62% anyway.
Kevin, thanks for your insights and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right. CEO of the Year, no less, from Clough, Kevin Gallagher. Taking a very short break and bringing you lots more analysis on that decision by the Treasurer this morning to kill off ADM's advances on GrainCorp.
The CommSec app gives you more than one view of the market all day, every day, allowing you to manage your investment portfolio on the go. With access to live quotes, chatting, watch lists, live market indices and exchange rates, you'll have all the tools to buy and sell shares right at your fingertips. Featuring smarter navigation, improved performance and access to multiple daily market updates. Visit the App Store or Google Play Store and download the CommSec app today and make every second count.
It's Nissan's 2013 model run-out with great drive-away prices, plus 0.9% finance across selected Navaras and the entire Dualis, Pulsar and X-Trail ranges. Beat that. Hurry, 2013 models are going fast.
I'm looking for a provider who gives me everything